Hey YouTube, this is Mark with the Resistance Barbell Club. We're back with another tutorial. Today we've got Kirkland Simpson, and he's going to tell us about the Smith machine.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about the Smith machine today. Today is not going to be, it's not going to be a debate about how good or bad the Smith machine. It's going to
Right, that's gym talk all the time.
Exactly.
Whether Smith machine is good or bad. Yeah,
it's especially with the Smith machine. It's a big battle, but today I'm going to kind of explain things you've already heard, but actually explain to you what it is. So what the Smith machine is, just at its functions. If you want to come over here, essentially a Smith machine is a barbell on a fixed path. So you go up and down. It doesn't move forward or back, just up and down on this fixed track through here. So you also have these notches through here, and you can lock it at any point. So I can pull it up, and then I'll rotate it back, and I'll put it on through here, just like that. If you don't know about the debate or the issue with the Smith machine, is everyone says that the comment is, because it's on a fixed plane, it takes out the stabilizers of whatever muscle group you're trying to work. What does that really mean? What does that mean, take out the stabilizers? Obviously, your arms don't have to stabilize because it's on this path. The prime function of our scapula or shoulder blade is to create stability for the shoulder joint so that it can move freely and produce force safely. We also have our rotator cuff muscles. They stabilize the shoulder by keeping everything in a straight path. So the shoulder blade creates stability back there. Well, because the Smith machine, and really any machine at all, what it does is it creates external stability. So instead of you and your shoulder blade creating stability internally, this is doing it through the machine. And so that's why they say it takes out the stabilizers. It doesn't have to stabilize, but that's really how it works. So a little lesson, I guess I would say, about this is the body can sense when it feels unstable or unsafe. And so when it feels unstable or unsafe, it has an internal governing system that doesn't allow you to produce all the force that you're capable of. Well, this is how you can utilize a Smith machine, and this is why the Smith machine can be good for hypertrophy, and that's why any other machine, because this is just like any other machine, it's good for hypertrophy, because you don't have to spend the excess energy to work on stabilizing, and your body feels safe, and it kind of down regulates the governing system so that you can produce more force, and then that's going to give you those few extra reps. And this machine is also safe because if I'm pushing, I can just lock it at any point. So that's a utilization that you can use it for. So today I'm gonna go ahead and just show you about 3 or 4 exercises that I like to do on this.
Great.
That you can utilize. Smith machine is definitely useful. It's not something you want to use all of the time, but it's a great tool that you can use. It's really good for upper body. So today we're just going to start with some flat bench, incline bench. It's all about the same. So this is kind of the setup. You gotta, make sure in the middle. This is the tricky part, because the bar doesn't slide left or right. You gotta make sure you're gonna be exactly where you want to be.
Yeah, you center your bench with the bar instead of centering the bar with the bench.
Exactly. I'll just leave the bench at a slight incline right here. I also love, anytime I do a Smith machine press, it's normally incline bench. I'll start my workouts with, barbell or dumbbell, just really get it going. And then just to finish off, to get that extra little frequency into whatever muscle I want to work, I'll throw in the Smith machine that I can really overload the bigger muscle groups and my rotator cuffs and my shoulder blade that are stabilizing my shoulders. Don't have to do as much because they just did a lot of work in the first couple of exercises. If I'm doing an incline, I want it to be about right underneath my clavicle right here, my collarbone right here. I'm gonna push up, and then you rotate through here. One thing I want you to focus on the wrist, is what a lot of people will do is they'll kind of get here and then they'll push and then they'll stay kind of back.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you really need to really push and get the knuckles facing the ceiling. That's also going to help keep your wrists
really straight.
Yes. If you kind of work it back here, as I go down, I might be hitting these So I really want to actively stack my wrist and my elbows and keep my fist pointing to the sky. You don't have to, especially on the Smith machine, you don't have to worry about going too low. It's really good to just kind of keep that constant tension on that muscle. You can do incline press, you can do bench press, you can also do shoulder presses. I think shoulder presses are pretty good on these too. Shoulder presses, I really don't suggest going super low. I just go to like nose mouth area and then back up. Again, it's just gonna keep that constant tension. We're not really trying to push any deep range of motion on this necessarily. We can focus on that on other movements. If you're gonna do any type of pressing or any type of leg movement, this does take out a lot of core activation through here. So something I really love to do is called a Z press. So this is where I can get some shoulder press and really actually get some core with the Smith machine through here. You get on the ground through here. I'm really trying to keep my legs long. I'm locking my legs out, pulling my toes back, and I wanna sit up tall. My core is gonna pull me and keep me here.
Okay.
And then now, my core is actively having to keep me from falling back.
Okay.
Through here, right?
Yeah.
And then I can stay up through here. And I press, and I'm up. So I don't like to do a lot of legs on this. I don't. But there's one thing that I really love to do. Again, this is gonna help with anything you lack balance with.
Yeah.
So Bulgarian split squats, if you lack with balance, you can use this thing. My favorite thing to do on here is, again, we're looking for balance. So however long I can keep one leg only on the ground, that's gonna really challenge my hip, my ankle. It's gonna challenge everything. So this is where, obviously, again, this isn't, Smith machine in general is gonna take out some stabilizers. I talked about the example for the shoulder, but just by throwing yourself on one foot and going through a lunge like this, going down.
Oh yes.
And then I come up through here. That's still, you'll be able to tell that it's still hard. Your hip and your legs are still having to balance you. It just has help. It's not that it's doing nothing, it just has a little bit of help now. So what I'm gonna try to do is sit back and stay on one leg as long as I can.
Okay.
And then come up. And you can even really reach out really far back too.
Yeah.
And that's gonna make it even a little bit harder. You know, there's no yes or no with the Smith machine. It depends. What are your goals? What are you trying to accomplish with this movement? In the Smith machine, again, just like any other machine, it's a very valid, very good machine. You just have to, use it right. Don't overuse it. Yeah. And know what you're trying to do.
We're gonna plug your Instagram on this video if you want us to. Yeah. And do you have another location where people can get a hold of you? A website?
I mean, everything is on my Instagram. I do have a website.
Okay.
Website is www.plus1fitness.com. You can contact me straight through the website, or I have my Instagram that they'll plug.
And also, you can find him here at the gym all the time.
Yes, sir.
He's here. He trains a lot of people here at our gym. He's a great guy. He'd be somebody great to work with, especially if you're having any kind of ailments, knee problems, shoulder problems. Kurt's great. YouTube, thank you guys for watching. Be sure and subscribe and hit that like button and leave us a comment. Thanks a lot. See you next time.